Turning to that tragedy at the border, for the second time this month, a child has died in the custody of U.S. immigration authorities. 8-year-old Felipe Alonzo-Gomez from Guatemala. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman joins us from Los Angeles with the very latest. Matt.
Hey, good morning. When officials say the boy seemed to have flu-like symptoms, but it's unclear what role, if any, the jail-like conditions at Customs and Border Protection stations had in his death. But last night, I spoke with a devastated Border Patrol commissioner who said their facilities are simply not designed to accommodate children and is launching an internal review.
A Christmas tragedy, the death of a second child in Border Patrol custody in less than 3 weeks. According to U.S. officials, the boy was identified as Felipe Alonzo-Gomez. He'd been detained 6 days earlier alongside his father and displayed flu-like symptoms on Christmas Eve. Officials say father and son were immediately transferred to this nearby hospital in New Mexico. At 1:20 p.m., the hospital determined the boy had a temperature of 103, but 90 minutes later released the 8-year-old back to CBP custody with a prescription for antibiotics. By that evening, the boy's condition had worsened and he was rushed back to the hospital where he died just before midnight.
I've reached out to Customs and Border Protection to find out what happened and then what we can do to be helpful to the family.
Overnight, the CBP calling this a tragic loss, announcing it will be conducting secondary medical checks on all children in its care, with a focus on children under 10. Earlier this month, a 7-year-old girl from Guatemala named Jacqueline died in a Texas hospital, also while in the custody of U.S. Border Patrol. The little girl's body was returned to her home village earlier this week. Jacqueline, among an all-time record number of children trying to cross into the U.S., arrived at the border ill, says CBP, but her death leading to outrage and calls for independent investigations. Last week, a congressional delegation visited the Border Patrol station where Jacqueline was held just hours before her death.
I don't even know how to describe it. You could smell, it was uncomfortable, it was inhumane.
What circumstances, what policies may have contributed to her death?
Now, because of the concern of a flu outbreak, the CDC has also been notified. The commissioner told me that one of the major issues is the record number of families trying to cross into the U.S., among them about 24,000 children just this month alone, an all-time record, a humanitarian crisis the agency doesn't have the resources to handle right now. Whit.
All right, Matt Gutman in Los Angeles. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.